Takže můžu? Hello, hello. Let me once again welcome you to to Central Europe regionals of ICPC. I'm sorry you couldn't hear the beginning of the ceremony because I had several good jokes and I don't like to repeat my jokes, so I'm sorry, maybe next year you will get them, but it looks that everything is working now, so let me again welcome you here. We will have 2 days of programming and fun. I hope you will enjoy them, even though you cannot be here with us, that you have to sit again alone with your computers and I hope with your teammates. Before we start, let me give you some information about what will happen today and what will happen tomorrow. First, please check that on Wednesday evening you got an email from us with credentials to log in to the system. If you didn't get the email with the credentials, please let us know and we will deal with you so you can compete. As I said, we are here on ICPC Central Europe Regional Contest. I just lost my presenter, so sorry. Yes. A little more about ICPC. It's International Collegiate Programming Contest, where students, about 50,000 of them or more, compete every year in programming challenges. I'm pretty sure that you already know that because you are here with us. These students come from 3,000 universities, from 111 universities from all over the world. I'm glad that all of these students like to compete because we all know that programmers like to win, and I'm sure you will be the one who wins today and tomorrow. In Central Europe region, where the contest takes place this time of year, we have Austria, Croatia, Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, Slovakia, and Slovenia. And before we move on, let me give the floor to Martin, who will tell you more about the statistics about our students and about our contestants.
So, hello from me too. I welcome you here on the Czech Technical University, and let me share a few numbers with you from this year of CERC 2020. So we have 89 competing teams. We have 15 teams from Czech. We have 34 teams from Poland. We have 8 teams from Croatia. We have 13 teams from Hungary, 7 teams from Slovenia, and 12 teams from Slovakia. So together that makes 261 competing people, and only 12 of them are girls. So that's in short numbers for this year of CERC. And let me tell you something about Czech Technical University, which is hosting this year of CERC. So Czech Technical University here in Charles Square in the center of the Prague was founded in 1707 and currently has over 17,000 of students. We have 8 faculties, and CERC is hosted by people from the Faculty of Electrical Engineering and Faculty of Information Technology. So we would like to one more time thanks for this opportunity to host CERC here on this ground, and I give word back to Tomáš.
Thank you. And before we get to the schedule, let me give the floor to our director, who will tell a few nice words to you.
Thank you. I hope you will listen me, you will see me. On behalf of ICPC headquarters, I would like to welcome you on Central European Regional Contest. My name is Boba Manova, and I'm still Director of European Contest. What to tell you? Just thank you for coming, good luck, and I hope there will win best teams, but anyway, already you are best of best of best. Good luck.
Thank you once again for the kind words, and let me get over to the schedule. As you can see, we are supposed to start at 10 a.m. Unfortunately, technical difficulties happened, as always, so the schedule will be a little bit postponed, but don't worry. Even though we are supposed to start at 11 with the practice session, we will postpone it too, and we will tell you before it starts. We will have 5 minutes to get a break, to get some drinks or go to the restroom, so don't worry, there will be no pressure on you, and you will have the whole 2 hours for the practice session. So now it's the opening ceremony. After that, I will give the floor to the person who will tell you about the contest environment and rules, who will tell you what to do, how to do it, and where. And then there will be the 2 hours practice session where you will try to overcome some problems, to solve some problems, and to, most importantly, try to work with the ICPC evaluation system. Tomorrow we will start at 9:54 a.m. with some last-minute announcement where we will tell you what will you do during the contest. Then you will have 5 hours to program all of the programs that we prepared for you, or our judges prepared for you. After 30 minutes break, we will have 1 hour where our judges will tell you how the problems should be solved, what was the most ideal solution for the problems that they prepared for you, and then there will be the award ceremony. Again, we are so sorry that we couldn't have you here to hand you the awards in person, but I'm sure that you will enjoy it even in these hard times where we have to do everything in distance. So before we start, let me introduce you to our partners, and most importantly, thank them for their gifts and for their support. So for our local partners, we have Škoda IT. You probably know it. They work on the best cars, and they have a lot of IT systems they have to use. So that's why they support the best programmers in Central Europe. We also have ACM Czech that support also this contest. We have also Foundation Avast that support programmers and IT systems all over the world. For our global sponsors, we have a sponsor of the whole contest, the finals, and that is JetBrains. You probably know it as the creators of our favorite IDEs, such as PyCharm, CLion, and so on. And let me introduce them by 2 short spots.
Hello everybody, I'm Andrei and I work for JetBrains as a Senior Vice President of Investments, Research and Education. Welcome to Regionals. Great things happen when great minds come together. JetBrains wants to seek out great minds all across the globe, support their initiatives, and work together to create great things that will make the world a better place. That's why JetBrains is proud to be a Global Tools sponsor of the ICPC. There are already many great minds working at JetBrains, and together we have created some amazing things, like the Kotlin programming language, for example. It keeps on growing and growing in popularity. In 2017, Google began officially supporting Kotlin as a language for writing Android applications. We have also created professional development tools like CLion for C++ programmers, IntelliJ IDEA for Java, PyCharm for Python, and also educational tools that help people learn and teach programming. The regionals are the biggest contest in the ICPC calendar. Thousands of talented people all over the world team up to solve complex real-world challenges. These contests are the proving ground for future champions. But even if you don't make it through to the finals, the experience of competing in the regionals and the new friends you'll make along the way are priceless. Enjoy the ride. Best of luck to everyone.
And one more sponsor that helped us to create this great contest today is Huawei, that is our regional sponsor. And again, I will show you two short spots about this company.
Innovation is a journey of doubt and uncertainty. From 5G deployment and its ecosystem came digital transformation in all industries. From Huawei Cloud came the wonders of widespread remote healthcare. From AI machine learning came better, more intelligent ways to protect the Earth. From AI computing came advanced astronomy research and a deeper understanding of the cosmos. From new ways to live, a greener Earth, and futures beyond our imagination. Our journey of innovation will never end.
There are parts of our world where light can't reach. Divides that are too wide for rivers to flow. But technology has the power to help. In remote areas of Nigeria, connectivity brings new life to local communities, opening doors to trade, banking, better education, and healthcare. In Bangladesh, digital training has given more than 240,000 women new opportunities in life. With AI, deaf children everywhere can translate written words into sign language. So no child misses out on the joy of storytelling. In Central America, upcycled smartphones help rangers detect poachers and loggers, keeping rainforests safe for everyone. Our planet may not be perfect, but digital technology can help make it better. In the next 5 years, we want to work together with our partners to help 500 million more people directly benefit from digital technology. Focusing on healthcare, education, environmental protection, and economic equality. Tech for all. Pass it on.
So by this nice motivational video, we are at the end of the opening ceremony, and I would like to give the floor to Pavel, who is the head of judges. As you can see, he is the best of the best, and that's why he is here. And he will tell you about some rules about this contest. So the floor is yours.
Thank you Tomáš and Martin for really great introduction. So welcome everyone for this contest. I will spread a few words about the contest rules. This contest is a little bit different to other ones we already organized because this is first time it is an online contest. So also the rules are slightly different, but I think they are very straightforward and very easy to understand. But let me spread a few words about them. So the basic contest rules are still the same. You will receive 6 to 12 problems and you have 5 hours to solve them. The main target is very simple. You will solve as many problems as you can. The order of solving problems is not very important. You can solve it in any order. Only important is how many problems you solve, and if there are more teams that will solve the same number of problems, then there is a second criteria, and it is the time. And the time is counted this way, that it is sum of time of solved problems, and the time for each problem is counted since the beginning of the contest. So when the contest starts, then the time is running for all the problems, and when you correctly or your problem is accepted, then the time is counted for that problem. So for each wrong answer solution or not accepted submission, you will get 20-minute penalty for that particular problem. And that penalty is counted only if the problem is then successfully submitted. So if you don't solve the problem, then the time of that problem is not counted. It is very, very simple, and it's not changing. It's same for every contest. Okay, about the devices and locations. Yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning, this contest is online. As you probably realized, you are not traveling this year to Prague. So you are sitting home or at your university, up to you. The contestants are allowed to participate from any location of their choice. And also team members can be at the same location or they can be separate. It's just up to you how you contest. About internet access, yeah, there are a few simple rules that are also very straightforward, and it is that you are at home, so there is no isolated environment here for you, so you are allowed to use internet during the contest, but there are some restrictions, and the restrictions are that contestants are not allowed to publish or post any information on the internet during the contest. And contestants must only use information that was published prior the contest started. So these two simple rules about using the sources from the internet. So basically there are some example uses of the internet that are not allowed and are against these basic rules, and it is that posting the information on some internet forums about the contest and also asking questions on some public servers, for example, or of course asking your friends or your colleagues that are not contesting. So it is also not allowed. So you can communicate only inside your team, and you can use the publicly available sources on the internet. So about using existing code, you are allowed to use your pre-existing code that you have on your local computer or you find somewhere on the internet. That's absolutely allowed. However, if you find some, for example, complete algorithm on the internet and you use it in your solution, then it must be explicitly stated in the comment where you find that algorithm. So please write there URL where you downloaded that algorithm. So it is a really strong appeal on you to be fair play to other teams and follow these rules. Communication, yeah, this is also very important rule because you are not here, you are not in isolated environment, and you are probably, every member of your team is maybe sitting in some different location, so you need to communicate to each other. So you are allowed to establish some communication channel to other team members. It's up to you how you do it. It can be private voice or private video conference where only your team is participating. Also, of course, you are allowed to communicate with us, with organizers, and for that purpose, we have their feature in the ICPC system, which is called clarification interface, and there you can ask about some uncertainties in problems, or if you have, for example, some technical difficulties regarding to connecting to the system or whatever. Of course, if you have this, then it's really difficult to send some clarification. So in that case, I don't know if they will send email to us. I hope that this situation will not happen, that you don't have access to the system. So contestants are also not allowed to communicate with anyone else. So by anyone else, I mean everyone. Your friend, your girlfriend, your, your teacher at the university, your grandma or grandpa. So please follow this rule strictly and be fair play to other teams. So thank you very much for doing it. Yeah, few words about environment we use for evaluating your solutions. You are allowed to use these 4 languages, C, C++, Java, and Python. And you can see the parameters we use for compiling the solutions. For C++, we use C++ in version 14. For Java, there is OpenJDK 11 available. And for Python, it is Python 3.9 with a basic set of modules and with NumPy 1.19. So, yeah, this is the environment for programming languages. You can submit your problems in the language of your choice, and you can submit, actually, you can submit each problem in a different language if you want. So you don't have to select just one language, but you can use more, up to you. Of course, on the evaluation machines, there are some resource limits. There is a total memory for process 1 gigabyte. Allowed time is different for each problem, but it's usually seconds. And stack is 64 megabytes for Java, which means around 500,000 function calls, nested function calls. So yeah, I hope that this will be enough for you. So please test your solutions with the same settings as we evaluate them on our evaluation system. So that's my advice to you. Time limits are several times higher than the sample solution, and they are set the way that we are distinguishing the time complexity of the solution, so asymptotic complexity of the solution. So, and usually these times are much higher than the sample solution. So if your algorithm has the same asymptotic complexity as our sample solution, but is not, for example, so effectively written, and there are some more constant operations, then it will be accepted because you are following the asymptotic complexity. Maximum size of input is known to contestants, and it is specific to each problem. So you will find it on problem definition. Problem input, you are allowed to use only standard input-output, and you are also allowed, or you are not allowed to use any intermediate files, but about that I will talk a little bit later. Only one instance of the problem on the input is expected. So your solution will be run for each instance of the problem separately. Problem output, use just standard output functions. They are specific for each language, so you know what they are. Please follow the exact format, including spaces. So, for example, it is not allowed to have an additional space at the end of the line if it is not specified in the output specification. So please strictly follow the format of the output as defined in the problem. Each line ends by character line feed. So this is the standard that we use also in our evaluation system. Yeah, there are some forbidden functions that you are not allowed to use, and if you use them, then it can have some bad consequences for you, and in the worst case, you can be disqualified for that behavior of your program. So it's not allowed to use any functions for accessing files, so you shall use only standard input and standard output. You are not allowed to use any remote calls or signals, including abort. It's not allowed to use creating of new threads and processes, so fork is forbidden, new threads are forbidden, so don't use it. It's not allowed, strictly not allowed, as I said. It will have consequences to you, that it will be considered as an attack on the evaluating system, so please don't do it. Also, don't use any functions that are accessing any network interfaces or trying to communicate using network. So don't open any sockets, don't send any packets. So that's the basic rule. And some others that are not important for solutions, but yeah, it will be really difficult to write the full list here. So please focus just on your solution. Don't try to penetrate the system by using these functions. So, thank you. Yeah. You can face some potential problems. One of them can be reading of huge inputs. So in this case, if you are writing in Java, don't use scanner, but use the buffered reader or string tokenizer. So these two functions are much better regarding to reading huge inputs, and they are much faster. And in C++, if you are facing slow streams, then set this synchronization with stdio to false. And of course, your solution, as every good program, must return 0 on on sufficient run. Don't forget that, otherwise the evaluating system is considering that the solution does not finish correctly. Okay, few words about the system. Yeah, judging system is running on acm4.felg.cvut.cz, but you already received all this information in email in advance of the contest. We are using DOM judge system for evaluating your submissions. Submitting solutions is really simple. You will find on the page you see after login a submit button in top right corner. It's green. You can find it easily. And today it's a practice session, so you will get familiar with the system and you can try whatever you want in the system. So you can look on the scoreboards, you can try to use clarification, so send some message to judges and so on. So this session is for you, and it is also for us to see whether everything is working correctly. So please don't hesitate and try to use system as best as you can. The submission results are also visible on the main page, where you see whether your solution is already in evaluation, if it is pending for evaluation, and also what is the result of the evaluation. All this you can see on that page. There are a few possible results of running your solution. The first one is correct, that it is accepted. Compiler error, it means that your code, we were not able to compile it. Time limit exceeded, that your program is running, then the time is running longer time than the time limit. Then the run error, so it means that if your program, for example, segfaulted, no output, means that your program did not produce any output. Wrong answer, that you produced output, but the answer is not correct. And too late is that you submitted the solution after the end of the contest. Scoreboard. Yes, scoreboard is visible in the system in a scoreboard tab. And you can watch the scoreboard. Actually, tomorrow in the contest, it will be frozen after 4 hours, as usually. So first 4 hours you can see how are you doing, what's your standing, but then last hour is frozen. Contacting organizers. For this purpose, please use system. There is that area in the system where you can send questions and so on. So please try to use it today. If there is some general question, then judges usually send the answer to all teams. So even if you are not asking anything, then you can find some answer in this tab. Because, for example, there can be some uncertainty in problem statement, and the clarification is then sent to all teams, and you will find it there. So before you are asking some question about the problem, please first check the clarifications if it was not already answered. Yeah, that's it. That's it from Ruth's presentation. Yeah, okay. And it's time for questions.
No.
Okay. Thank you. They are already answered. Thank you for great cooperation, and I will pass the floor back to Tomáš, right? Thank you.
Oh. Okay, thank you for the floor, and I would like to say good luck to you all, enjoy your day, and may the best team win. And the start will be at 11 as scheduled, so you have, I don't know, 10, 13 minutes to get refreshed, to go to do whatever you need to do, and then the practice session will start. So thanks again for participating and enjoy. Thank you.